Okay, so first of all, there's a disclaimer going on, so I want you to hear me good. Um, I don't know if I'm loud enough, but yeah, so hopefully you can hear. But anyways, listen. So my disclaimer is, I'm actually about to tell you guys the story of my life before I got saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Spirit. Um, I'm gonna try not to make this video extremely long, but I owe it to God to expose the devil by telling all of my truth. There will be a lot of conversation about triggering things like molestation, raped, a lot of violence. So if you are a sensitive person, I'm not saying it in a mean way, excuse me, my allergies are kicking my butt and my voice is gone, but I just like, you know what, the devil tried to stop me from doing this, but I'm gonna push on through. So listen, again, this is a disclaimer to let you guys know that this is a very trigger happy video. I'm not ashamed of what I'm gonna tell you guys, but I just want to let you know before you proceed, you have been warned that this is a very graphic video, and I hope that what I'm about to say helps someone, because my truth is it's crazy. Um, so now I'm getting to why I'm telling the story, and then I'm gonna tell it. So the reason why I'm coming out here again is because I owe this to God. I told God that if He blessed me with certain things, that I would share my testimony, um, and my testimony is a lot. And again, it's a trigger. So, man, when I tell y'all, by the time I get done with this, I'm probably gonna be crying. Um, and my journey uh, started about five, um, with life being really hard. Like, I'm trying not to cry even telling y'all this because this is gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot, but I feel like somebody needs to hear this. So may my words be a fire to your soul, to expose your truth, to live peacefully and expressing your truth, knowing your truth, and loving yourself despite what you've gone through. Ooh, y'all, this is gonna be tough. I've never, the things I'm about to express in this video, I've never told a soul. And one thing I will say, I'm not gonna say anyone's names. I'm just gonna give information. So if you're in my family and you're watching this video and you feel like I'm talking about you, I probably am. Sue me. Okay? But anyway, so I have been a victim. I was a victim, rather, of sexual abuse in general. And my earliest memory of being sexually assaulted, I was 5 years old. Um, I'll never forget it. What happened was, now everything I'm about to tell you that my mom is aware of. So she wasn't aware at the time, but I did tell her. My mom's not a bad mom. I would never discredit my mom. I can't say anything bad about my mom. So if when you're listening to this, you're like, where was your mama at? She wasn't there. She was trying to get her life together at the time. When this particular situation happened, my mom wasn't there, and I was embarrassed to tell her the truth until I got tired. Listen. So this particular time, I was 5 years old, and my mom left because I was born. Matter of fact, let me tell the whole story and turn my phone off. Hold on. So, if you're not aware of who I am, my name is Lakara Ashmore. I'm about to turn the phone off, y'all. You don't need no distractions. My name is Lakara Ashmore. I was born May 24th, 1988 in Worcester, Massachusetts. Um, it's a pretty rural city, little city, and it's full of drugs. Even right now, it's a rough city full of drug addicts. You walk down the street, you might step on a needle. You never know. And during that time, when I was about 5 years old, I'm assuming, because I found this information out later, that it's true. But anyway, so basically, my mom made the decision to leave Worcester because of our living environment, and she wanted something different for her kids. Like my mom is like, when I say generational curse was on my family, it was on my family heavy, and I broke it, thank God. But my mom came from a rough childhood, rough upbringing, and stuff like that, and she wanted more out of life, and we ended up here in Valdosta, Georgia, little old Valdosta, Georgia, known all over the world apparently. But yeah, so we got, before we got here though, my mom was, shopping around trying to find a place. She went to a couple states or whatever, see if she liked it, and she was gone for like 3 months. It was the summer we was out of school, so I stayed with my grandma. Well, actually, no, we lived in our house. My grandma lived across the street from us, in the project. So me and my siblings pretty much had the house to ourselves. Now, mind you, I'm 5. My oldest brother was 15, and the other one was like 12 or something like that. So they were pretty responsible young men. And well, of course, the kids. So my grandma, my aunties, and all my older uncles and cousins and all that stuff, they was there to help us or whatever. While my mom got her life together and figured things out. And while this was happening, kids being kids. One day, I'll never forget this day. I was 5. I remember being 5. I just had my birthday. That's how we was out of school, because usually my birthday coming around, it's like the last day of school or right before school ends. So it had to be around that time, when I was molested, by my cousin. He We were playing as kids. It was a whole bunch of us in the house. We playing, running around playing. We was playing. Me, my cousin, my other cousin, who was my age, and a couple of our friends. We were in the house playing hide and go seek. And so this particular cousin, at the time, he was, if I'm 5, he was about 13, 14. He's like in between my brother's age. And this is going to be hard, y'all. This is going to be hard. But I got to do it. Somebody needs to hear my story. Y'all forgive me if I start just crying. Y'all don't mind me. I got an ugly face when I cry, okay? But I remember, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard. I can't. My cousin, I remember it like it was just today. My cousin, I was coming up the stairs, I remember, because we had like a two-story apartment, 2-floor apartment rather. And I remember coming up the stairs, and I was gonna, because we play like I was saying, we was playing hide to go see. So I'm trying to find somewhere to hide. So I'm like, I'm trying to hide, and so I'm looking for somewhere to hide. And my cousin was like, he said, "Come with me in the bathroom. I got you." Like that, right? Because we was playing hide to go seek. And he sent me in the bathroom. And he forced himself. Like, he had, like, I was 5. I probably wasn't even 3 feet tall. I'm short. I'm 5'2". I'm a itty bitty little kid. I'm a short woman. And he grabbed me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the story out. This is hard. Ooh. He when we went in the bathroom, he was like, "Shh, be quiet, so nobody won't hear us." And I was quiet, right? So then he grabbed me, and some kind of way he had me where he was able to hold me, and he pulled my pants. Cause I don't know if I had on, I can't remember what I had on. I don't know if I had on shorts or a skirt or something, but some kind of way he got my pants down, and he grabbed me and picked me up like this. Like, he had me like this, and he forced myself on top of him. My cousin, right? My blood cousin. My mama and his daddy got the same mama and daddy. blood. And he raped me. I was 5 years old. That man raped me. And then, so that was the first situation. And then time went on, and we moved to Georgia, to where we're at now. And my mom was dealing with a guy at the time. Um, Again, I'm not naming names. So she was dealing with a guy, and he was addicted to drugs. From my understanding and what people have told me, my mom was addicted to drugs as well. But I don't recall that. Look, kids, I don't remember. And whatever she was doing, I didn't see it. Maybe my brother seen it. I don't know. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to judge my mom or put her business out there. But she was struggling. And the guy she was dealing with was crazy. And I'm 6 at the time. Yeah, I was 6. Yeah. So I was about 5, whatever. I don't know how old I was. I know I was like first grade, kindergarten-ish. Matter of fact, I had to have been 6 because when I moved to Georgia, I started the 2nd grade. So I was about 6 going on 7 at the time when we moved here. And so we get here. Everything was fine at first. And he just became so abusive towards my mom. He was stealing from my mom. He was lying to her, cheating on her. He wasn't really beating on her because my mom was crazy. She liked to cut people and stuff like that, because I'm from the street, so we all that. I didn't grow up like that. I grew up with like, oh, you want to go, sir? Let's go. And I'm going to tell y'all about that later. But, yeah, so we went through a tumultuous situation with that guy. And then we decided, well, I'm sorry. He decided that he no longer wanted to deal with us anymore. And so he took all of our belongings and set them on fire outside and left me and my mom with nothing. He stole my mom's money. All because my mama wouldn't give him any money. She wouldn't take care of him so he can get high. My mother was like, no, my kids come first. I remember that conversation. She said, my kids come first. I'm not giving you anything. We walked to the store. And we didn't, back then my mom didn't have a car. And that's a whole other situation. But she didn't have a car back then. And so we had to walk everywhere. In Georgia, it's hot. It's usually, as soon as April hits, it's 90 degrees all the way to August, sometimes to October. It's 90 degrees outside every day. So we were hot. And I remember going to the store, like, I'll get some candy and all that stuff. Got the candy and came home to nothing. Absolutely nothing. He burnt all of our stuff. Clothes, shoes, toys, social security card, birth certificates, everything. Gone. And we were put into a women's shelter, for, like domestic violence situation. So we went through that. And so we got acclimated. We were back in the projects. Like, my mom moved to Georgia to buy a house and bring all her children down because it was just me and her at the time. And so we ended up back in the projects. And we wasn't there very long. I think we was probably there for like a few months. It was just really hold on. It was really like a stepping stone type of thing. Because, you guys know about Section 8. The stuff I'm telling y'all, I'm real nosy, so I ask a lot of questions. That's how I know all this information at 6 and 7 years old. You understand? But anyways, so she meets a guy. She marries him. And before they got married, he was my biological father was never in my life. Like he should have been, because he was a whore. He cheated on my mom and all kind of stuff. But all is forgiven. I'm not going to badmouth my daddy. But yeah, my real dad. But anyway, so she meets a man. They get married. And at first, he was like the best dad ever. Like, he loved me. He treated me like I was one of his children. Like, you know how dads are when you go to the mom and the mom say no, and you know how you do when you go to your daddy, like, daddy, blah, 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 and he's like, yeah. So it was a situation like that. But What I wasn't expecting is for that man to be having sex with me and my mother at the same time. He literally had sex with me and my mother. He molested me and raped me for 3 years. I never told my mom because he would say things like, if you tell your mom I kill you and your mother, you know how they do. He did all that. And I'm a little kid, I'm scared. And I never told her. But it wasn't until I was about 10 years old, um, where he actually, because he wouldn't penetrate me, right? He wouldn't penetrate me. He would try to, and he'll, like hum. And I'm sorry for being so graphic, y'all, but y'all gotta hear the story. I'm giving y'all the raw, unadulterated truth. If you don't believe me, that's fine. But I'm here to tell a story. So he wouldn't penetrate me per se, but he was like, you know. And when I was 10, he actually penetrated me. He raped me for real that time. He was molesting me at first. He was having sex with me. But when he actually penetrated me, I cried so bad. I screamed while he was on top of me. I just like, get off of me. I was just screaming. Because he did it for 3 years and I couldn't take it anymore. And so, um, after he left, I was just crying and crying and crying. My mom came home, because she was at work. And so she came home and she was like, what's wrong? I had two brothers on my mom's side. And my oldest brother stayed in Massachusetts, and my other brother came here, and he's a teenager. So teenagers being teenagers, he's ripping around in the streets. And when my mom came home from work, she said she found me, and I was like, this, like, and just crying and crying and crying, and she asked me what was wrong, and I remember shaking my head, like, she was like, no, what's wrong? She kept asking me, what's wrong? And I told her that he raped me. And she did the right thing. She took me to the hospital. And when we got to the hospital, the doctor told my mom that my hymen wasn't broken. So he didn't believe that I was raped. And because he didn't believe I wasn't raped, he didn't press charges. Nobody pressed charges. Nobody did. Not even my mom. She said she did. I don't remember that. But it is what it is on that. I got more. I got way more J out. So, um, after that, I began having sex at 10 years old. And I'm telling y'all, this story for to get crazy. So I started having sex at 10 years old, and I lost my virginity. I actually let a little boy penetrate me. And the next day I woke up with boils all over my body. Let me see. I ain't gonna do all that. I will show y'all. But my knees, I fell the other day, my knees hurt. And I got on pants, so I don't feel like showing y'all. But I had sex at 10 years old. And I woke up the next day with boils on my body. The doctor said that it was called the disease, skin disease, a fungus on my skin, and it's called like in plainness, it is a branch of lupus that, fortunately, that most people don't live with this disease. They usually die. And that happened when I was 10, and I'm 33, coming the 24th. I'm 33 this year. Well, this month, 23 years later, and I'm still here. Um, and so they got divorced and all that stuff, and we moved. And that's when we moved. We was living on the east side of town, and then we moved to the north side of town, and that's where all of the gang raping took place. So 10, I didn't do, after I had sex that one time with that, but I never did it again after that until I was about 13. And what happened was I was raped again. Um, my friend, supposed friend, we're not friends anymore. She still be trying to talk to me. I just be looking at her like, girl. But anyways, her cousin, she calls me, right? She's like, hey, I'm over here by your house. Come over here. You know what I'm saying? We, chill or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. I get over. The only person that's there is her cousin. And sadly, her cousin was 30. I was 13. And the only reason why I knew this because we was having a conversation. Because I've always been very mature, very wise. So I have a kindred spirit. Like I can make friends out of strangers. I can turn a rock into my friend. You understand? You know how I say in the Bible, they say God told the cry and the rock cried. That's how I am with people. I just get to know people and talk. And so we're sitting there. I'm thirsty, y'all. Excuse me. So we're sitting there talking, and hold on. Sorry. So we're sitting there conversating with him, and he was like, "So what you finna do?" I was like, "Well, I'm waiting on old girl." He was like, "She ain't coming." I was like, "What you mean she ain't coming?" Oh, he said, "Oh, you don't know what this is?" Like, I know what it is. He said, "I paid to get some of that ass, and I'm a cuss, and I'm a Christian. This is very vulgar." He said, "I paid to get some of that ass, and you gonna give me what the fuck I paid for?" 13. He's 30. I don't know who set it up. I don't care who set it up. But you know what's so crazy? Everybody in her family is damn near dead. Because I wasn't the only one they were doing that to. I was probably one of the first ones. Who knows? But I wasn't the only one they were doing stuff like that to. If they was even molesting my friend and having sex with her and all this stuff. So the guy rapes me. I'm like, please stop. I'm crying. I'm crying. Like, stop. He wouldn't stop. I tried to leave. And he choked me out. He choked me out, yeah. And raped me. While he's choking me, he's raping me. Again, where's my mom? She was probably at work. I think she was at work. Because my mom was a very hardworking person. And I used to hate my mom because of that, but we'll get into that story a little later. But anyway, so that happened. And then, again, the gang rape started. Little boys from the neighborhood thought I was cute. I was getting raped on 4 different occasions. And then I had got to a place, and I'm telling y'all, this is a vulgar video. By the time I was 15, I had gotten to a place where I was just having sex with any and everybody. And I never forget it. A lady I knew, old chick I knew from the neighborhood, she was like, I see you walking every day, and you're so pretty. She's like, you're so beautiful. And the neighborhood talking, they saying you out being grown and sleeping with little boys. She for free. She said, listen, you want to make you some money? You think these boys think you cute? Make them pay for it. So at 15 years old, I started prostituting. And let's just be real, my mama dying and she ain't know nothing. I'm telling you, the only reason why I keep saying this because I don't want y'all to think my mom is a bad person. I was just very sneaky and very conniving and manipulative as a young lady. So I got away with a lot of things. A lot of things that my mom had no idea about until I told her. And she don't think the things I'm telling y'all, she don't even know. So when she watches this video, I'm probably gonna have to have a conversation with my mom. But it is what it is. Anyways, so I walked into the life of prostitution. I started doing orgies. Me and my friends were sleeping with guys. You know, I had a group of homegirls. They was with the same stuff I was on because they had been molested and raped too. You know, they was exposed at an early age, and because they saw me doing it, they started doing it. So with threesomes, orgies, whatever. I mean, I've probably had sex with one female. I'm not gonna say probably. I had only had sex with one female my whole life. My whole life, and yeah. So there's with that. So we started doing all that, having orgies, sleeping with this boy, sleeping with that boy. Me and my friends were sleeping with the same boys. Like it was a mess. And I'm not gonna say who my friends are. That's up for you to find out. Cause like I said, I'm not giving out names. I'm just giving out information. And so we skip on 15. No, I was 14 when we were doing all this. 15. My mom got tired of me. Because I'm skipping a lot of information. After a guy raped me, I was 13. Me and my mom got into a fight, and because she caught me getting oral sex from a guy, and so we got to a big fight. Like she walked in on me getting oral sex from a dude that she worked with. And I was 14, 13, 14, 13. He was like 18. But anyway, so my mom caught us, and she beat my ass, and I caught myself trying to book. I really got my ass whooped. It was blood. My nose. I don't know if you can see it, but I got like this little line over my nose. That comes from my mom beating my ass. I deserved it, so I can't be mad. You understand? So I went to boot camp behind it at 13 years old. Then, by the time I got to 15, I had become very angry, um, pissed off. Also, and I'm forgetting at 13 as well. Um, Before I went to me and my mom got into their altercation, I committed suicide. I attempted to commit suicide. I hung myself in my room, and the rope that I used when I pulled it, that's too graphic. I'll just say this: when I pulled, the rope that I used snapped, and I said to myself, I'm in the closet in my room, and I'm just crying. Nobody hears me. I'm just crying. I said, I'm such a fucking failure. I can't even kill myself. That's what I said. Because I'm a fucking failure. Everybody hates me. Nobody cares about me. Nobody loves me. I'm over here fucking going crazy, and nobody's even paying attention. But they be so busy to whoop my ass and be mean to me when I be being bad. I'm just telling y'all what I went through, how I felt. How whoever hears this, how they take it is how they take it. Oh, it is. It's a lot more stuff. I'm skipping a lot of stuff because this is a lot to remember and try to put into order. Um, so, whew, my teenage years was really really hard because again I was being gang raped a lot, not by choice, by force. But it wasn't until I was 15 where I was okay with orgies, having sex with multiple guys, and I wasn't even okay. They used to force me. That gang rape is gang rape. The boys used to force me. And what's so sad about it, the guys were making it seem like I wanted to do that. I really didn't. They made me do it. Every last one of them. And if they watching this video right now, you know you did. Every last one of y'all I'm talking about in this video, y'all know y'all hurt me. But it's okay. Because God is good. And He has mercy and grace for all of us. And I have mercy and grace to give as well. Because I understand hurt people hurt people. Have I gone out and molested people? Yes, I have. When I was a little kid. Matter of fact, I'm telling the whole truth. When I was a little kid, I molested somebody. We were having sex with each other. Matter of fact, I had another cousin that was having sex with me too. From the age of 7 until I was 13. And there's that. Yeah. On a regular basis. And nobody knew. You wanna know why? Because nobody liked me and nobody believed me. Nobody. Even my own mama used to question me when I would tell her stuff. I was a little kid. Maybe I had a vivid imagination. Maybe I was good at lying. Who knows? But when I was telling these people, at these certain individuals in my family, um, and even with my stepfather, his niece was molesting me as well. God bless her soul. And when I was trying to tell people, nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to believe me. So I just stopped talking. And the abuse got worse. It was so bad, y'all. My life was so terrible. As a child, can you imagine going to an adult that you trust and saying, hey, I don't like how they're treating me. Because I didn't know how to verbalize I don't know what sex is. I didn't know how to verbalize that when I'm trying to tell people things. Nobody believed me. Nobody. Even as I'm telling you guys this story, there's going to be people out here that are still not going to believe me. But it's my truth. And I'm telling it. So, anyways, back to teenage years. So, 15, I started prostituting with my friends' uncles and dads and older guys. Like, these dudes are old enough to be my granddaddy, and they're sleeping with me, and I'm 15, 16 years old, 17 years old. And when I was 16, when I was 15, matter of fact, my mom couldn't take it anymore. She was like, this girl is bad. We be fighting. She ain't got no respect for me. And I really didn't, and I still don't care. I love my mama to death, but I don't care about nobody's feelings. I don't got respect for nobody. Just being real. And I'm a Christian. I'm a saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, lay hands, prophesy. People been healed by me. And I still have that I don't give a fuck attitude, and I will fight any and everybody. I don't care. The only reason why I do not is because I will go back to prison. I will not go back to prison, but I will go to prison if I get violent again. And that's the only reason why people have been spared. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. So, with that being said, and I'm not talking bad about my mama. This ain't about it. I love my mama. I would never, ever again raise my hands to hit my mother, but I would tell her how I feel. And that's that. But anyway, so around that time, 15, I was real volatile, angry. They put me on medication. They put me on therapy. None of that stuff was working. And my mom thought it would be a bright idea to send me to go and live with my oldest sibling. We were 11 years apart. So I'm 15, he's 26. A 26-year-old man has no business taking care of a child. But because my mom felt like I needed some structure, and my father, my biological father, being the asshole that he is, he didn't care about me enough to tell his wife. Like, you was cool with sleeping with my mom, y'all was in and out for 12 years, but you couldn't tell your wife that you had a child and your child needed you. And because your wife didn't like me, he chose not to even let me stay in his house. So I had no choice but to go with my abusive older sibling. He's still a jerk. I love him though. I don't hate him. I'm not mad at him. Like, I'm probably gonna sound angry, but I'm really not. It is what it is. When I'm telling y'all about certain people and situations. So my oldest sibling said, "All right, ma, I'll take her." He kicked me out of his house. I wasn't even there a month. He kicked me out because his baby mother accused me of stealing drugs and money. Here's the thing. I didn't know nothing about no drugs or no money. I didn't know where he kept it at. I didn't even bother to look. Because even though my father wasn't really there for me, I can get some money up out of him. As long as I can catch because, my dad is back in Massachusetts. So whenever I used to go home, if I needed anything, all I had to do was find my dad, and I get whatever he got. And he'll make sure I'm straight. So that's what I'm saying. It wasn't bad. That's why I said I don't hate my father, because he made decisions, selfish decisions. But he tried his best to be there as much as he could. I just couldn't stay with him, which is fine because I don't care about none of the people. I mean, I'm cool with my siblings on my daddy's side, but I don't care about them either because they don't like me. They really don't care about me. They act like they do, but they don't, because I'm a reminder of their father being a whore. And there's that. But anyway, so my brother's girlfriend says I stole some drugs, some money. My brother being the idiot that he is, what was, because he's changed. I'm telling y'all these situations. I'm talking like this, but these people have changed a lot. I'm just speaking in the moment, how I felt in that moment about these people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing because my brothers are amazing now. They're great fathers, wonderful men. They're very mature, respectful, well-to-do citizens. But when they were kids, they were some bullshit, especially my oldest brother. And yeah, so he beat me up, he jumped on me, bust my lip. Yeah, my brother punched me in my face because his girlfriend, with her crackhead ass, stole my brother's money. Well, mind you, she's pregnant with my niece. And even if my niece watches this, sorry. But baby, you gotta hear the truth. It is what it is. So this man jumps on me because his crackhead girlfriend decided that she wanted to steal and blame it on me, and he believed her. I'm to this day, I am 33 years old, y'all. My brother still don't trust me. And I never even did anything to him. I've done nothing but love, honor, and respect all my family, and all they done is shit on me. Not anymore though. Everything's good now. You know, when they realize that I'm not taking their shit no more, yeah, everything's good. Everything's wonderful. My family is blessed. My mom and my siblings, my brothers, everybody else I don't know. I don't care. But anyways, so that happened, and then I was homeless for about a week because I was looking for my father, right? So I was sleeping at 15 years old. I'm sleeping in my friends, quote unquote friends, were sneaking me in their house at night because I didn't have nowhere to go. Um, I have two grandmothers, two biological grandmothers. My mother's mother, my father's mother. My mother's mother, I didn't tell her what happened, but she was like she ain't had no room for me at the house. Oh yeah, man, this shit real, dog. Like my family rejected me, neglected me so much that when even today, if I was to get around my family, I would cuss them out so bad because of how they treated me when I needed them to love me. None of them did. My mama, yeah, they had a weird way of showing it, but yeah. But anyway, so my mother's mother told me she didn't have a room, so I was like, all right, cool. So then, like a couple days later, I was walking down the street and I just happened to see my father. I asked my father, Dad, I don't have nowhere to stay. I don't want to go back to Georgia. I want to stay here and go to school. I don't have nowhere to stay. He said, I don't know what to tell you. Call your mother. So I did. And guess what mama did? She came back and got me. And this is where it's going to get even more crazier. So by the time I got back home, it was like September 2004, 2003, something like that, because I was like 15. So I was a freshman in high school. And, oh yeah, I meant to tell y'all, when I was in second grade, when I first moved to Georgia, they kept me back because I did not talk to anybody. I had became mute. I was so discombobulated with everything I was personally going through at home, from the abuse, sexual abuse that I had went through. Like, my mom was amazing. My mom was cool. She just, you can't teach nobody how to love. My mom's generation did not know what love truly was. Nobody really cared about them. And so that was a generational curse that my mother passed on to me. That was passed on to her. But I broke it. To my nieces and nephews. And I don't have any children, but I know when God blessed me with children, I'm not going to do that to my children. And then I'll say my mom's a bad person. She just, you can't give what you don't know. So, she loved me, though. I loved her. My mom is my best friend right now to this day. My dog. I love my mom. But she was going through her own thing. My mom was supposed to. When I was that fast, I'm telling y'all, I'm skipping a lot of information. I can't even get past the teenagers, man. Man, from 5 to 17, 18, that shit was hard. Okay, listen. So, and I'm sorry I'm cussing, but y'all gotta hear it just like it is. Forgive me, Lord, forgive me. But y'all just gotta hear the raw truth. And so, and I'm trying to talk to this microphone. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm trying some stuff out, studio equipment and all that. But anyway, so yeah, so my mom took me back, and our relationship was shit. My mom was supposed to never walk again when I was 13 years old, and this is and okay, so let me tell that story, and maybe I could understand why my mom really wasn't around like that when I was going through all this stuff from when she was always working. And the job that she was working at, she got in a freak accident, and my mom is completely disabled right now. She can walk, talk, breathe, and everything, but it's very hard for her. But when I was 13, they told my mom she would never walk again because what happened was she was at work and she tripped over a box, and it was it was like, oh snap. But how my mom explained it, she said that when she went back to her cash register to go back to work, she passed out. She said she all she remembered was tripping over the box, and next thing you know, she was in the hospital. And she so what happened was, you have vertebrae in your spine. When she tripped over the box, she smashed them, all the vertebrae in her spine. So from the nape of her neck to the bottom, her tailbone, my mom feels pain all over. And then she also snapped her pelvic bone in half, and her right leg came out of the socket. So they told my mom she would never walk again. It took her 6 months, but she walked again. But because of the pain, she was heavily medicated, and I don't know. I'm assuming that she got addicted to the pills because all she did was sleep all day long. That's why I was able to get gang raped and sneak off and be doing all the stuff I was doing because my mom was always in pain and sleep. And I took advantage of that. I sure did. I'm not going to hide it. And so, yeah. But anyways, so 16. Get to 16. I fell in love with a guy and a couple guys. I had a couple boyfriends. I was a player. If I want to, I can still be a player, but I'm trying to live this same life. Trying to anyway. But anyway, so I don't know why my camera looks so gritty like that. Look crazy. I don't know, but we'll figure it out when I get done recording. I'm almost done, y'all. And so, um, yeah, 16. I had a miscarriage. I got pregnant, had a miscarriage. Haven't been pregnant since. I've been trying ever since then. I'm infertile for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know if that's God's plan for me not to have children, but I am infertile. I cannot have children. I've tried for years to get pregnant. Only got pregnant one time, had a miscarriage. But God is good. Maybe who knows? God might bless me with some children. I'm not waiting on it. I'm just focusing on what God telling me to do. So yeah. And then so boom, I had the miscarriage and I tried to commit suicide again. This time I swallowed pills. And I slept for 2 days straight and nobody noticed. Ain't nobody check on me. Probably did. I was asleep for 2 days. I know I was asleep for 2 days. I swallowed like a whole bottle. And I'm so slow. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing, y'all. But I swallowed a bottle of ibuprofen, a whole bottle, brand new. I'm talking about pop the top of everything. You know how they got a little thing on there, pop the seal and everything. Yeah, I tried to kill myself 2 times. Excuse me. I know this is a little ghetto sounding and it sounds like I'm being funny, but that's just my personality. I'm wild and crazy. I find everything funny because my life is so traumatic that I just make humor out of everything. And that's why a lot of people like me because I find funny everything. I don't care. It's going to be funny. So anyway, yeah, that happened. I committed suicide. I attempted again for the second time. And then I got into a big fight at school. I was in high school. I was in the 10th grade. I got into a big fight with this girl. I got kicked out of school, like, suspended. And then the next day, I got into another fight, and the police was called. I got to fight my mom, actually, and the police was called. And I punched the police so hard in his ear that he is permanently deaf right now. I see him all the time. He doesn't remember me because I'm fat now. Back then, I was probably like 100 pounds soaking wet, so I know he don't remember me now. But yeah, I attacked the police and tried to kill him. And then I got locked up. I got charged with mental society. When I came home, I did like 6 months for that. And so by the time I came home, kids were still in school and everything. And the people looked at me and told me, they was like, I don't even know why you came back here. We're not letting you in this building. You're a menace, and we want nothing to do with you. It's so many nice words. That's what they said. That's not exactly what they said, but it's so many nice words. They was like, oh, you did what? So why were you in boot camp? Da, da, da. And I'm telling them. But mind you, here's the crazy part, y'all. The whole time I'm in elementary school, middle school, and high school, I was bullied relentlessly. So bad. I was bullied so bad. They when people find, and I'm all over the place. I'm about to get into my adult years after I say this, okay? So when I was in middle school, when I got raped by my friend's cousin, she told everybody that I had sex with that man, and his crazy part, he gave me gonorrhea. He gave me an STD, and she said I gave it to him. So now everybody at schools knows that I got a burning coochie, and I'm a whore because of her. And I really feel like she set me up because she was jealous. A lot of girls were jealous of me growing up, and to see them now, it's so funny because I'm still cute. I'm still happy. I'm blessed. Like, I'm doing a lot better than most of the girls that was jealous of me in school. Like, y'all, when I tell you they used to do me so wrong in school, I used to hate going. Like, I used to purposely get in a fight so I can get suspended. I used to purposely get into an argument or cuss the teacher out just so I can get suspended so I ain't got to come to school. We telling the truth, right? I was never a bad child. Never a bad child. Never. People say that, but they really don't know what I was going through and what I was thinking about. I used to get in trouble on purpose to avoid being bullied and talked about. Matter of fact, when I was in middle school as well, boys used to take me in the bathroom and try to have sex with me. All the popular football players, basketball players, all the cute boys at school. Yeah. If you went to school with me, there you go. Figure out who was who. Like I said, I ain't giving up no names. Y'all gonna have to take the information at face value. Figure it out. But so then now, we're 16. Miscarriage, boot camp, all that stuff. Mind you, I was tricking the whole time. From 14 until I was 20, 21, I was a prostitute. Uh, Actually, yeah, I was like 20, no, like 22, 23, I was still prostituting. And now that was crazy. So 17, 16, miscarriage, woo, woo, woo. I fell in love at 17. I met this guy, and I was like, no, we were 16 when I met him, but because he was afraid, because he was 21, he was afraid to get a statutory rape charge. He did not want to have sex with me, and I fell in love with him. I'm not gonna say his name, but I fell in love with him. That was my only true love. I'm about to cry. That was my only true love. That was the one man who loved me, besides my family. And that was so strange. I really didn't know what love really truly was. But I knew he loved me. Or I thought he did. We're going to get into that. So, met him. He was like, oh, we could be friends, right? So, 2 years, 16 and 17. We were just cool. We would talk on the phone, stuff like that. We might hang out, smoke some weed or whatever. But he would never have sex with me. He was serious. When I turned 17, we became serious and we started actually dating for real. Because I was about to turn 18, you know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, okay, your birthday Wednesday, May. All right, cool. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This was like January. Because, matter of fact, I had left to Atlanta. Oh, yeah, let me tell y'all about that there. Atlanta, I got tricked into sex trafficking. At 17, I got tricked into sex trafficking, and I escaped because I'm like, I've been selling my cooter. I ain't got no pimp, and I ain't finna have no pimp. So I escaped. Came back home, and that's when me and that young man decided that we were gonna take our relationship to another level. But he still wouldn't have sex with me because he was waiting till I turned 18. So, we took it to another level. He cheated on me the whole entire time. From basically, so I'd like to say 16. We started dating at 16. I like to see that. But we was only together for like 3 years for real. But I like to say 4.5, because we were dealing with each other. We just were not fornicating. We were having sex. And so he cheated on me the whole relationship. The whole entire relationship. And I gave up prostituting for him. I decided that if this boy loves me enough to accept me for who I am, and knowing, or quote unquote, knowing that I used to be a whore, or that I am a whore, and he still chooses to love me, I'll change for him. So I did. And it was 3 years into our relationship where I got tired of it, and I started back cheating. And yeah, and then we got in a fight. It was a whole bunch of mess. I mean, he was a great guy. I just think that we were too young for each other. Like, if I was to meet him now, I think we would probably be married, honestly. Him and another guy. The other guy I'm still friends with to this day. I'm not gonna say his name, but he watches this video. He's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. It's my baby. I love him to death. Like, he's fine. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. He's a good looking guy, but I ain't trying to be in a relationship with nobody, especially someone that I had such a tumultuous and toxic relationship with. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, so that happened, and then I said, "Fuck everybody." When me and him broke up, I said, "I am not worth it." I was 20, going on 21. My grandmother died and everything uh, when I was 20. And then my aunt died later on that year after I turned 21. So yeah, it was pretty rough. I took it really, really hard. I started dating somebody else, and he was cheating on me. Matter of fact, he cheated on me while my grandmother was being buried into the ground. He got somebody pregnant. And when that happened to me, I was already ruthless. I was already a player. I'm talking about niggas' daddies was buying me stuff, paying rent in my mama's house. My mama mortgage partially got paid off of me prostituting and selling drugs. Mainly prostituting, because that really where the money was. Like, I was making niggas pay me $500 just to have sex with me or just be around me. They'd be like, how much I gotta spend to spend time, get some time up out of you? I'd be like, well, my mama mortgage such and such, my light bill such and such, the water bill such and such, and then I want to go shopping and give me some weed. That's what they do. Cause I'm a little girl. Yeah, think about it. I'm 14, 15, between the age of 14 to 21, and I'm 33, and I'd like to think I look pretty young now. So just imagine how I looked when I was a little girl, and these grown men were having sex with me. They had a fetish, and I fed it, and I made a lot of money off of these dudes' fetishes. So there's that with that. But yeah, so he broke my heart. That particular boyfriend, he broke my heart, and I just turned into this I don't give a fuck. I already had I don't give a fuck. But when I tell you, he took it to the next level when he said fuck me. He left me. He up and left me. He couldn't take me cheating on him. And I get it. What man want to be with a woman that cheats on them? But at the same token, what type of woman wants to be with a man that's constantly cheating on them? And by me being immature and not just, just saying I don't want to do this anymore, I decided to cheat back. And then it became toxic, and STDs came into play. Not from me, from him, because every time I got tested, I never had an STD, and we used to go to the same doctor. Yeah, so there's that. I only had an STD once. I've had bacteria infections before, but that's only, and I'm telling y'all all my business, but it'll be all right. So what happens is, remember I was saying earlier that I had caught the skin disease when I was 10. It's a bacteria, it's a fungus, it's a bacteria in my body, so I cannot use certain soaps and stuff like that. And so I was trying to, be different. Everybody like try Dove and Summer's Eve, and I'm trying all this other stuff. So I kept getting bacteria infections. That's the only reason why I was going to the doctor. Other than that, I only had one STD once, and that was when that man raped me. And I really feel like it came from my stepfather, honestly. But that's a whole nother story. Excuse me, that's a whole nother story. Excuse me. So yeah, so we break up, and my grandma died. My aunt died, and I just became a raging alcoholic, evil ass bitch. I was fighting every day, wilding out, never coming home. Matter of fact, when I was 21, I was caught up in sex trafficking again. This time I was in Virginia Beach. I ended up there because the guy was advertised. Because I used to strip too. I was a stripper. So that's how a lot of the older guys would meet me because I would be at these parties and stuff, and they'd just be, I'm pretty. I ain't got no stomach. I had a six pack when I was younger. I like, but when I tell y'all, I'm so fat and bad by the now. Whew, but it's okay. Cause I still got this here, and God love me, and these niggas still love me, cause but that's a whole other situation. But anyway, so yeah, I was stripping and stuff, and so it was on some. Oh yeah, same thing that happened to Atlanta. You trying to make some money, you know what I'm saying? I see you be dancing and stuff, cause I was like I had a website and everything. I don't even know the name of the website. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but I legitimately had a website where I used to do webcam modeling and pleasure myself and stuff like that. And I used to do like little strip tease and stuff. So that's how I got a lot of my bookings. Now this was like 2006, between somewhere in there, like 2006, 2011, in there when webcamming and stuff like really started popping. So I made a lot of money in the sex trade. Where I was that girl. I was a webcam model. I had been offered to do porn a few times. I actually had I forgot the name of the company, but like Pornhub, like not Pornhub, but it was something like that, like a big company. Like you remember the booty top videos? I ain't had no booty, but I was cute. So they was gonna offer me a deal, and I was 16, 17, somewhere in there. They was gonna offer me a deal, and I didn't take it because my boyfriend was tripping. I was 18. I was legal. He was 18. He was tripping. But anyway, so after me and him break up, I was kidnapped, for real. Oh, y'all, it's gonna get better. Give me about another hour, maybe. I'm been talking about an hour, but I gotta tell y'all this story. I want y'all to hear me very good, and I'm hoping that I sound so clear because I'm like this on this microphone, but it's mine, and I can put my mouth on it. Anyway, I'm wipe it out. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyways, so yeah, so I was stripping and all that stuff, and the guy hit me up. And he was like, "Oh yeah, we always looking for some more girls to travel." He said he was a traveling strip team. That's what he said. And me being so dumb and naive and stupid, I took my ass out there to DC and ended up getting all of my stuff stolen. All of my belongings got stolen. And I had to call my mom and tell my mom what happened. I didn't tell her what I was doing. I was like, I just came up here to see court. Oop, I came up here to see my friend. I just said the nigga name. Dang, y'all ain't gonna know who Corey is, but I came to see him, quote unquote. And I was at the bus station. I told her a lie. I was like, yeah, I was at the bus station. You know how you go pay for your ticket and stuff. And by the time I came back, my stuff was gone. But that's not really what happened. What happened was the guy, because I used to lie to my mama all the time. I ain't gonna lie. She know the truth, some of the truth now. But I definitely used to lie to my mama back in the day. Okay. Yeah, let me hurry up and I'm finna get off, y'all. I'm finna finish my story. I just I gotta go to my graduation meeting at 1 o'clock. So I got time. But anyways, excuse me. My sinuses is still acting up. But anyway, so yeah. So that happened. I was kidnapped, basically. Well, not kidnapped. I'm lying. I was put into sex trafficking all over again. And I, being the crafty little fucker that I am, excuse my French. Y'all know I'm trying not to cuss, but this is really hard. This is so hard. But y'all gotta hear the story. It's raw and uncut. You'll be all right. Y'all like I ain't never heard about cuss before. So anyway, like I was saying, so me being the type of person that I am, very resourceful and intuitive. I'm always trying to figure out something. Like I used to. Anyways, so I gotta wait. Call my mom, tell my mom situation. She was like, all right, come home, I got you. Came home, and I went crazy. I was drunk every day, doing drugs every day, sleeping with people every day. Y'all supposed to be. Oh, sorry. I was doing drugs every day, sleeping with people every day, having fun, doing whatever I wanted to do, and trying to help raise. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. So, and then I had an epiphany at 23, and um, I said I'm gonna go back to school and get my GED, and so I did. And at the time, because I knew at 23, 22 actually, I had took a vow of celibacy, and I didn't want to have sex anymore. I was like, this is not normal. I should not be like this. This is not cool. I want to be different. I want somebody to really love me. I want somebody to respect me. I want to respect myself. I want to love myself. I want to, I was at 20, 22, 23, somewhere in there. I was in a place where I just really wanted to be different, and I really wanted to be loved, and I wanted to love myself. So I learned that I wasn't set Christian then. I mean, I did get baptized when I was 7. But yeah, so I didn't grow up in church like that. So yeah, I made the decision to practice celibacy, and I did good for 2 years. I had got my GED, and then I met the craziest nigga I've seen in my life, and it was a very. Let me tell y'all, that boy was so jealous of me. I would never think that someone you love would be jealous of you. But as I've gotten older and I look back at my life, that's all my life was. People were jealous of me because, for what reason, they don't know. And the reason I don't know either. But now I understand that is because God had a calling on my life. And I'm supposed to be doing the things that I'm doing right now. Like telling y'all this story. Even though it's hard I'm doing good. I ain't cried since the beginning. I'm proud of myself. Because, yeah, if you watch my video right now, you kind of know me. Or you know me, you know I'm a crybaby. But if you don't know me, baby, I ratchet and thug eye and ghetto as I am, boy, I am the biggest softy you'll ever meet. I love people. I have a real genuine heart. I really care about people. And this is why I'm taking a bold step and telling y'all my truth. Matter of fact, let me get it together. And y'all probably never see me looking this cute again. I went and took pictures yesterday for my graduation, so I was like, I want to look good. I think I look cute, but anyways, um, so yeah, so I made a decision to change, and I cut off. When I tell y'all, I'm just gonna be real. I was having some of the most amazing sex. I used to have the best parties. I used to have all the money. Me and my friends, we were some prostitutes. All of us was a group of prostitutes. And we used to have fun. I'm just being real. But anyway, so I got my GED. I said I'm gonna change. I wanted to become a Christian. I didn't believe in Jesus at all. And this is where it's gonna get really, really tricky. Really tricky. Y'all finna hit. Alright, cause I ain't got too much longer. I'm about done. I promise I'm about done. But anyway, so I get my GED, and then I meet the crazy nigga. But I'm gonna say this: I'm so glad that I met him, because if it wasn't for him being abusive towards me, I would not know that God truly. I knew I would find out eventually, but at 24 years old, because of the relationship that I had with this young man, I gave my life to Christ. This boy used to beat me so bad. Listen, I got you see how that you see this eye ain't perfect, but this eye is. That was broken. This my whole top lip, but all that gone. T, don't they look straight? Chip. He punched me in my mouth. Sorry, chip my teeth. But here's the funny part. Why he thought he was getting over, the only reason why I wasn't fighting him back at first is because me and my mom got into an argument, and I'm known. She called the police because I supposedly have bipolar disorder. I don't think I do anymore. I think I've been set free, saved, and delivered from that because I do believe in the healing power of Jesus Christ's blood and the sacrifice He made for us. So I no longer have a mental health disorder called bipolar, but I was bipolar and I was crazy and I used to flip out. I used to stab people. I've tried to kill my siblings, both of them. I have attacked my mother. Now she beat my ass, but I tried to attack her. And so I was having one of those days and I flipped out because I got into a fight with a guy and because he was trying to have sex with me and I want to have sex with him, and he threw a cigarette at me and I choked him out with his own jewelry. But that's a whole nother story. So yeah, I went to jail, and because I came home wigging out on my mom, I was like, "Fuck y'all!" Da, da, da. I was like, because I asked her for some money to like get a bag of weed, so because I didn't have any money at the time. So I was like, I just want to get a bag of weed so I could just chill. You know, she was like, I ain't got no money, I ain't giving you nothing. So her being her, me being me, two Geminis, we clashed. And I didn't fight my mom. She punched me a couple times, and I grabbed her like this. I grabbed her like this. I was like, stop putting your fucking hands on me, right? So she was like, yes. She thought I hit her. I don't know, but she got mad, called the police on me, and the police arrested me for that. I got interference with the stuff was so petty. I got a domestic violence charge for interfering with a 911 call and damage to property because I was so pissed off. I took my mom's door off the hinges because she kicked me out. She's like, get out my fucking house. I was like, bitch, fuck you in this house, and I took the door. I took the door. It ain't funny, but I was really a hurt little girl. But anyway, so then so he took advantage of knowing that I was on probation for domestic violence. So he used to beat on me and choke me. Well, he never like the one time he punched me in the face was the one time. Like, okay, so I'm gonna tell the story. So the first time we got into it, he punched me on my face, bust my eye, chipped my teeth, and all that stuff. Had my shit swollen, looking crazy, and yeah. So I was like, okay, that's the type of game he want to play. So it got worse. He just would choke me all the time. I remember the last time he choked me. We weren't together for like 3-4 months, and we were living. He was homeless, so I had got a house for us to stay in. But we wasn't together that long. I think we was together like all together 8 months, but that's because both of us were in and out of jail. But yeah, so that happened. He choked me, and I died. I believe that I died because he said he slapped me so hard. He was trying to wake me up, and I would not wake up. He checked my pulse, and I was not breathing. He was flipping out, and I was like, he said, I jumped. I was like that, gasping for air. I don't remember, but I do remember waking up, and he was standing over me crying because he thought he killed me. I never told anybody that story, by the way. A lot of things that I'm telling y'all today is nobody's ever heard, even my mother. But yeah, he killed me. He did. And I came back to life by the grace of God. And I told him, I said, nigga, if you ever put your fucking hands on me again, I promise you, if you're not dead, we're both going to jail. And so he tried it again. And I tried to kill him. And I went to jail. And so did he. And then, so the reason why I say if it wasn't for him in particular, I wouldn't be the person I am right now, is because I was forced to go to therapy. Now, growing up, I went to therapy. I didn't take it serious because my mom really, y'all, I'm going to be real. My mom really tried her best to help me. I could never say anything bad about my mom, even though she's, calling the police on me. But what would you do if your child is crazy and going through it? You can call the police on it too, because I know when I start having children, my children up like I used to, their ass going to jail. I'm just being real. I'm not finna be fighting nobody, especially our mama being sick like she is and being all that pain. That wasn't fair, but I was being selfish because I felt like they didn't care. I found out the truth after being that guy went through that. So I had to go to court order therapy. I had to do drug classes and everything, and me going to therapy as an adult at 24, 25. I went from 24 to 26, and I learned a lot. The things that I learned from therapy, and I'm actually, if you don't know, I'm actually a psychologist. I have an associate's degree in psychology. I'm currently in college right now working on my bachelor's degree in psychology. My area of study is clinical studies, but I love kids. So I'm gonna be doing some really unique work here really soon with the kids in my community. You guys check it out. Cause I'm telling y'all, when I share this testimony, when I get done with this video, and the people that need to see it, y'all. Today is the last day that y'all gonna see me like this. Okay, or ever hear me talk about this again, unless I'm, they be like, oh, let me do an interview, whatever, whatever, right? So, anyways, so yeah, so I go through all that. Me and him break up, whatever. I move back home. My mom. I get a job. Um, well, before I moved back in with my mom, I still had my house. I got a job, and I love my job. So now here's where it gets. Oh, I'm skipping. I am skipping. Sorry. Okay, so I went to jail one time. Matter of fact, the very last time I went to jail, I went because my probation officer didn't like me because I'm very honest, open, blunt, and don't care. And I say exactly how I feel. Now, I have gotten mature and wise and not always saying how I think or how I feel. But if I have an issue with you, per se, I'm going to say it to you. And the purpose is to hopefully have a conflict resolution where we could both agree to disagree and still be cool. But it didn't happen that way with my probation officer, and she was a jerk. And then she lied to the judge and told the judge I was doing this, and that. I said, "Sir, that lady is lying on the oath. I got paperwork. My mama cause my mom was at court. I said my mama got all my paperwork saying I did everything I was supposed to do. I said she just mad because I called her out on her crap. That simple. So yeah, so I went to jail, from 22, between 22 to 26. I went to jail like 9 times. All of them there were violations, but the first time I got arrested, and then when I tried to kill my ex-boyfriend, those were new charges. And the judge said to me, oh, I'm skipping. So what happened was I went to jail for the violation because my PO was like something, I didn't do my hours. It was something petty. Like, she really was on me, bruh. And the only reason why she could get me is because she was my probation officer. She had the right to arrest me, apparently. But, anyways, what's so funny, right? My office where I'm at right now is above the same probation office that lady worked in, and she is fired. She's no longer a probation officer. But, anyways, I'm sidetracking. This is why this video's so long, because I be going all over the place. But, so, anyways, yeah. So, the lady. Uh, okay. I'm backtracking. So one day while I'm in jail, in one of my little jail stints, a lady. Okay, I'm telling this story all kind of wrong. I was working at Waffle House. I was 25 at the time. I was working at Waffle House, and no, 24. 24. I was 24. And a girl I worked with asked me. She was like, "What's wrong?" Because at the time I was in an abusive relationship, and I was running for the police because my probation officer being a jerk, she kept putting words on me about petty stuff. So yeah, I had a warrant for my arrest, and the police were looking for me, and I'm getting beat up by my boyfriend at the same time. Like, it was just a lot going on. And so this girl, I'll never forget her. If I see her right now, I would kiss her on the cheek. I don't even like kissing. I don't even like touching women. Like, that is so gay to me. And I'm sorry if I just offended anybody by saying that. I don't. I just started hugging my mom like a couple years ago. I do not like. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I was molested a lot by men and women. Um, but I really don't do the whole hugging thing like that. I'm just not getting to that place. So if you try to hug me, and I just be like, it's not you, it's me. But anyways, so yeah, so the girl is like, I was at work, and I was a cook, and so we had just like did like this big like bus or whatever. So I was like, I'm finna go smoke me a cigarette. So I go outside, go smoke my cigarette, and I guess the girl, I can't remember if she asked me for a lighter or a cigarette or something, but we ended up talking, and she says to me, "Do you believe in Jesus?" I just, we talking. He was like, "Hey, what's going on?" Because we was cool, you know what I'm saying? She's giving me ride to work and stuff like that. So, that was my homegirl and my little work buddy. And she asked me that. She just busted out and said, "Do you believe in Jesus?" And I said, "No." I said, "I do not believe in Jesus. I believe he existed, but I don't believe that he is who everybody talking about. He's the Messiah. He's all this stuff. I don't believe in that. I just believe he was a regular dude like that." And she said, she looked at me. I want y'all to see how she looked at me. I'm not high. I know I look high. I'm not high. It's just these lashes. She looked at me and she said, until you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, your life is going to be a living hell. And the next day I woke up and I was being choked. And so, yeah, I went to jail or whatever. That's how I ended up catching that charge. That's what it was. I didn't catch that new charge until after that girl said that to me. That was 2013. Cause I got charged in 2012 and I got charged again in 2013. And so I went to jail for that or whatever. No, I'm lying. No way. Yeah, that's what it was. That's why I ended up turning myself in because me and him was fighting a lot, right? So I go to jail, whatever. And then I got out. When me and him got into that fight, I was already on probation, but I got out on a bond because we had a winter storm, right? And so by this time I had done talked to the girl. And no, that was before I caught the charge when the girl said that to me. And then I had got locked up. I turned myself in because I got the boy was jumping on me or whatever. He had jumped on me, and I told him I was like, man, I'm tired of this. So I came home. Everything was cool, and then come to find out he was cheating on me the whole time I was locked up, and the girl gave him STD. I swear to God, yeah, y'all probably think I'm lying. I will gladly go get tested right now to show my paperwork. I don't have no diseases in my body except for a little reefer. But anyways, listen. So then, that happens. I go to jail, whatever, and then I met a prophet, an evangelist actually, and when a girl said that to me, it started having me interested in learning about Jesus. Cause I grew up, like I said, I didn't really grow up in church, but I had friends who parents was pastors and or they went to church. So I used to always get invited to church and I go, but I didn't actually have a church home, or whatever, or like a place I would normally visit. And so we go there, whatever, and yeah. So then I started reading the Bible, fasting, meditating, and everything. And one day, I haven't accepted Jesus. I'm still saying God. I had got cool with God. Okay, at this point, I got cool with God because I was a real atheist, real life. Like I did everything in my power. I even did like try to learn witchcraft and tarot card reading all that stuff because I hated God. I hated myself. I hated God. I hated everybody. So I did everything evil that I could stand because some of that stuff was too dark. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, so yeah, so then I was talking to the evangelist. The evangelist was like, "Yeah, so you gotta accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, right?" So I was like, "Man, I gotta do that for like I already like God, man. God, cool." That she was like, "Baby, the only way you can get through the Father is through the Son." I'm talking about she knew that word. She was locked up for some stuff that happened like 15 years ago. You know how it be, people be like on probation for something they did a long time ago and they forget to report. It was one of them situations. It wasn't really, she didn't do anything new. It was just that she forgot to report for something old. But anyway, so yeah, so she did all that. We was having Bible study every day and whatever. And I met another prophet and she told me my whole life. And I have never been prophesied to at that point, right? And so between her, both, and ironically, both of them were evangelists. They were prophetess such such or evangelist such such, whatever. I think there was an evangelist. Both of their names was their titles were evangelist, blah blah blah, and then the other lady evangelist, blah blah blah. Right. So then we get to that. Then they telling me, I have to accept Jesus and all that good stuff. So then I decided to accept Jesus, my Lord and Savior, in jail, and Let me tell y'all this story. This is where the saved. This is where the story of Jesus, me accepting Jesus as my Lord and Savior, and to where I'm at now is very important. I wanted to tell you guys my path. Let me break for a second. Let me break. Cause I've been talking the whole entire day. Okay, hold on. Because this is where the story gets really beautiful. Y'all know y'all heard all that dark stuff. If you're crying by now, I'm sorry. If I triggered you, I am sorry, but this story has to be told. I tried to write it in the book, but my words will not come out right. Now, maybe once I do this, and somebody want to help me write this book, holler at me if you're watching. If you like to write, because I already have, I'm an author as well. I'm gonna get into that a little later. I mean, it's really not important, but anyways. So, matter of fact, I'm tired of cleaning. So I'm like, maybe y'all can see me. I don't know. But so yeah, so look at me doing too much. So while I'm in jail, again, I'm a how you say preface it. I'm gonna set y'all up so y'all can hear this good old gospel about Lord Jesus. It's gonna go. It's gonna get crazy. Y'all probably gonna like this girl is lying, but I'm not. But I'm about to tell y'all it's real crazy. So, I got saved in jail. And how I got saved in jail, again, I had two evangelists. One was in jail, and one was the, how they call, prison ministers. She was one of those. And the evangelist that was locked up with me, she was teaching me how to understand the Bible. And she was teaching me how to meditate, fast, and pray. She was teaching me those things because, mind you, I was an atheist. Like, I don't know if y'all paying attention by that because I'm talking a lot. But I was an atheist. And so I didn't really know anything. My mom tried, but she didn't go to church either. Like, my mom was an angel. She just, anyway, that's a whole other situation. So then, um, I had something said, go on a fast. I don't understand, it's the Holy Spirit. But so I said, go on a fast. And I went on a fast. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all too. When I was 7, I got baptized, and the day after I got no, the night before I got baptized, I remember I had a dream that I was in hell. See, I'm a prophet, but I'm a dreamer. I'm a visionary. Like, God showed me visions, open vision, and He speaks to me. You know, He speaks to me that way. Sometimes He speaks to me directly. Like, I hear an audible voice a lot of times. But most time it visions, dreams, and visions. That's my. But anyways, so when I was 7, the night before I got baptized, I had a dream that I was in hell. Now listen how crazy this is. The night before I get baptized, I'm telling y'all this for a reason because it gets weird. The night before I got baptized, I had a dream that I was in hell, and it was crazy because this was the devil, like how it was. This was the devil. This was God. I'm assuming because one was had on all black and the other one had on white, and we were in hell. We were levitating it out because I'm looking down like, oh my God, I'm gonna fall. I'm going crazy. And both of them said, no, you're gonna be fine, but you have to make a decision. And so both of them had their hand out. The devil had his hand out. God had his hand out, or angel. I don't know. I just remember one had on all black and one had on all white in my dream. Okay. I remember that, and I went to the one who was white, and then I woke up and got baptized the next day. Yeah. So, anyways, jail time. Jail. Lots kind of jail. I was in there. They knew me. They knew me and my brother. They were like, oh. They knew what's up with, but we used to stay in jail. God, to God be the glory. Both of us been free for a very long time, and God has been blessing my family. I'm so happy. But anyways, it's not about them. It's about me right now. I got saved in jail. I went on a fast for 12 hours, and I was praying and praying, but I would not say Jesus' name. And I understand. I'm saying when I say something told me, I now understand it's the Holy Spirit. So don't be coming for me talking about that wasn't nobody but the Holy Ghost. Duh. But at the time, I kept hearing something say Jesus. Say Jesus. Just say it. Say Jesus. Just say it. It's okay. Just say it. So I was like, I was kneeling down. I can't show y'all because I'm tired. And I'm on this video. I don't feel like doing all that. But I got down on my knees. You know how you be praying and you get down on your knees. And I'm like this. And I'm crying. Oh, God, please help me. I don't want to live like this anymore. I'm going crazy. And so, like I said, something said to me, say Jesus. Say Jesus. Just say it. Like, they was like, whisper, like, say Jesus. Say Jesus. Just say it. It's okay. Just say Jesus. So I said, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I started whispering, right? I'm whispering, sorry. So I started whispering. I was like, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And as I got louder, the tears got heavier, and the Holy Spirit met me in jail, bruh. I work downtown, so sorry if y'all hear that siren going off. I'm gonna wait a second. Oh, it's an emergency wagon. It's called EMT. But anyways, so yeah, I say Jesus, and I got louder and louder and louder and louder, and I was like, Jesus, Jesus, I'm going crazy, Jesus, Jesus. I'm on my knees like Jesus, I'm going crazy, right? And so it was like a heavy. I've been to church a few times and I felt the Holy Spirit, but I didn't understand it. But I knew there was something there, and yeah, so I felt the presence of the Holy Spirit and Jesus, and truthfully, I want y'all to hear me. This is the truth. I'm not lying. I don't lie. Maybe to my mama because she be tripping, but I don't lie when it come to when it comes to Jesus' word. When it comes to God's doing, I don't play with God. I might cuss at the fool, but I don't play with God and I don't play with His anointing. And so I'm sitting there crying. I'm talking about looking crazy. I'm talking about looking stupid, and something picked me up off the ground. And I'm saying something picked me up off the ground because I ironically was in a cell by myself. Like some jails have where they have like single cells. Like, cause I used to be in a hole all the time, so I just stayed in the hole. I was like, so I was in the room chilling by myself. And yeah, to God honest truth, Jesus picked me up off the ground so gently. And when I stood up, I felt a hug. Y'all know how y'all grandma hug y'all? One of them, come here, baby. It was one of them. Come here, baby. Come on. Come on. Come get this little bit. I got you. It's okay. It's going to be okay. He grabbed me. He hugged me. Listen, y'all, nobody was in the room with me. I know this sounds crazy, but it's the truth. I promise you. I don't play about these. Supernatural experiences are real. Evil forces and supernatural things are real. Anyways, if you're a believer, you understand. If you're a sanctified, Holy Ghost filled believer, you know what I'm talking about because you probably don't have an experience with Jesus too. So yeah, I had the experience. He picked me up off the ground. He hugged me and everything, and I got saved in jail by myself. It was just me and Jesus and the Holy Ghost and God too, I guess. Some angel, somebody was in there with me, but it wasn't no human. I tell you that. But anyway, so I got saved. I came home. That boy. We got to that fight. That's when we got to that fight, and I tried to kill him, and then came back to jail and all that other stuff, and then I had to fight with that. Got it right. So after I came home and we got into that or whatever, I began to pray every day, read the Bible every day, meditate every day, fast every day for 4 years straight while I'm struggling. I'm talking about struggling. I got out. Let me tell you how good God is, and I'm about to get off. I said it's probably gonna be about 2 hours. I'm an hour and 28 minutes. Look like 28 minutes. So all that good stuff, I went to jail again for fighting the boy. I got out of jail. Let me tell you about the story about when I got out of jail for the last time. It was September 8th, 2014. I'll never forget this day. It was the best day of my life. Like I said, at this point, it had been, I want to say like a year because I had caught a charge in 2013. So it had been like a year. And, I was getting my life on track. I had started back going to school. I wasn't going to church then yet. Wasn't going to church, but I was trying. And, so, what was I? Oh, sorry. So, I had, in and out of jail and all this stuff. And I never forget it. I said, God, because I had to go to court the night before, and like the people in the jail was bullying me. So if I didn't get out of jail, I was probably gonna catch another charge. So I said, God, I really want to go home. I don't want to catch another charge. give it the right words to say, please, so I can go home. And I promise you, when I get home, I'm going to do everything I can to do right by you and do your will and be a vessel. So, went to court, told the judge, I'm supposed to go to prison. Listen, I went to jail 9 times. 9 times in 2 years. I was not supposed to get out. The last time I went to jail, because it was like how they counted it, right? So, I'm on one probation for one thing, right? So, I had got 4 violations with that. Caught the new charge. That would be a 5th violation. And then with the new charge, I got 4 more violations on top of that. So, when I went to jail that last time, that was technically 10 violations. Technically. And I told the judge I was not here where I live at. If you're a habitual violator, you go to prison. And I was a habitual violator, and I didn't go to prison. You wanna know why? Because again, I asked God what He needed me to say, and I said whatever I need to say. The judge was like, "Oh, you're intelligent." Because I told him, I said, "Look, I'm in college full time. I have a full time job. I'm dual enrolled. I was going to Arizona Online, and I was going to Wiregrass for cosmetology. I was going to business school online, and then going to cosmetology school in person. And I had a full time job, and I had a house. I didn't have a car because I didn't know how to drive at the time. But I eventually got my license at 27. I'm happy about that. But then it was just, so I had, I got out of jail and I took off. But I forgot to tell y'all the jailhouse minister lady. She told me that somebody was gonna die that I loved. I love, and that when that person dies, that's when I will begin to live. And this is where I'm about to get off. I'm done talking pretty much after this. So I get out of jail, get me a job. I told God, I said, God, listen, give me this. He gave me exactly what I wanted. And I told God, I said, I wanted this job. I want to make this amount of money. I want to work these hours. I want to be comfortable. Da 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 da. He did it, just like that. That's my knocking on my door. He did just that. So yeah. Oh, so I get out of jail, whatever. And it was 2015. It was in the 2014. It was like December 2014. I got a call that, no, it had to been 2015. I'm trying to think. It was like 2015, 2016, one of them. And I got a phone call that my uncle passed away. I believe he passed away in 2015. Yeah, my uncle passed away in 2015. And so remember, I'm saying the letter told me somebody was gonna die in order for me to live. So I was thinking it was my uncle. It was a symbolic meaning. I'm gonna explain to it. And I'm finna go. So I my uncle died, and I went into this whole thing. I was depressed. I was losing weight. Like at this time, when my uncle passed away, I had gained over 170 pounds, and I was like when I first started my job, I was 140 pounds. By the time I left my job, by the time my uncle passed away, I had got to 250. 270. I was like 270. So I got like really, really big because I wasn't smoking weed because I was still on probation, ironically. And I was like, I'm not smoking no more weed because I don't want to go back to jail. So every time they pissed me, my piss was clean. Excuse my French. I know y'all be like, a piss. Don't say piss. Whatever. Anyway, so, so yeah. So I'm thinking it was going to be my uncle. It wasn't my uncle. And it was like after he passed, I had got really, really sick. Like sick. It was crazy. Like I was like sleeping. I've had to work, so I was sleeping all the time and all this stuff, right? And then 2015, the end of 2015, it was September 30th, 2015. I got in a car accident and almost died. I don't even remember getting hit. I don't remember anything. I passed out. I don't how can I say, like any like brain disorders or dysfunctions really don't run in my family to my knowledge. On my mom's side, no, I don't know anybody who suffers from seizures or passing out or things like that. That's through history. Now, my father's side, I'm not sure, but from what I'm understanding from the few people that I talked to about our family, no, that type of stuff doesn't. Now, diabetes, high blood pressure, and all that good stuff run on both sides. Cancer, too. But as far as like brain disorders where you have epilepsy and things like that, that does not run in my family, from what I was told. So I don't know how I passed out, but I passed out and almost died. I woke up to my car being on the opposite side of the road. Like, I wish I could show y'all this information. But anyway, so, oh my, I gotta take these lashes off, child. These didn't know what. Excuse me. I'm about to get off, y'all. Give me a few more minutes. I promise that ain't gonna be too much long. Ooh, too much longer. But yeah, so I almost died, and then the next day I got a call. Now, mind you, I haven't. When that lady told me that somebody had to go in order for me to live, I stopped talking to all my friends. I cut everybody off because I was scared. I didn't want them to die. My best friend, at the time, oh yeah, and he was a very. Let me tell y'all about him. I ain't gonna, like I said, I'm trying not to say any names, but this particular person was so wonderful and evil at the same time. He was very abusive towards me, but I loved him. He was my best friend. He was the only dude that actually cared about me and loved me. He wasn't abusive, like physically abusive, but he was very verbally abusive to everybody around him. He was an asshole. But he was the sweetest asshole that I knew, and he loved me when nobody else did. He cared about me when nobody else did. So I rode for him, and for a very long time. We were friends from the age of 11. I have other friends, but his situation is a little bit more different because we were also having sex with each other at the same time. We were sleeping with other people and having sex with each other, and I stopped having sex with him around 2012 because I got tired of. I didn't want to do that stuff anymore. Like I said, we was prostitutes. But anyways, so yeah, so that happened or whatever. And hold on, my throat was so dry. Y'all don't understand. When I leave from here, I'm going home. I'm gonna go to this meeting. I'm gonna take me some allergy and some sinus medicine, and I'm done. I'm probably gonna sleep for like 2 days. I'm exhausted. Like, it's been a lot going on this week. It's been very stressful, and I only slept for like 3 hours today. So yeah, I'm tired. Excuse me. So anyways, yeah. So I get a phone call. He calls me and he says, "I feel like I'm dying." I was like, "Brad, you still talking about them head?" Because he's always had headaches. I said, "Bro, you still talking about your head hurt?" He's like, "I feel like I'm." No, he said, "This time I feel like I'm dying. Like, I don't feel good." And I said, "Baby, go to the hospital." Because mind you, it had been like 8, 9 months since I talked to this man, or a year. It was a minute. It was a good little minute. And I remember him always saying he was having headaches. He used to have headaches all the time. He's like, "Oh, I need some medicine," because he was addicted to pills. He was so addicted to pills that I almost killed him one time because he tried to fight me because he was on the pills tripping. God bless his soul. If he was here to tell y'all the story, he could tell it better than me. And apparently to him it was funny. Because I don't think he thought that I would ever do that to him. Because I loved him. I really loved that boy. But anyways, so, yeah, so he tells me, like, he's having headaches. I said, "Babe, go to the doctor." I didn't talk to him. That was October the 1st, 2014, 2015. I want to say it was 2015. Had it been 2015. Because my uncle died in March of 2015. Yeah, my uncle died and he died. Okay, yeah, so he called me. I did not, that day, it was October the 1st. I was like, "Bro, it's so weird that you calling me because I almost died yesterday. I had a neck brace on. I couldn't walk. Yeah, it was terrible. It took me like 3 months to get back somewhat normal. And I'm still, to this day, having neck problems. Like, me holding my neck like this is putting a strain on me right now. But I got to do this because I don't know if y'all can hear me or not." But anyways, I digress. So I didn't talk to him for a month. Like, it was October. I didn't talk to him again until, it was October the 1st. I didn't talk to him again until Thanksgiving. He said, I was in a coma. I was like, "What you was in a coma for a whole month for, bro? What's going on?" He didn't want to tell me. He was like, "Oh, I had meningitis, da 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 da." Excuse me. And I'm going to honor my friend with that. I'm not going to tell y'all his truth because his truth is his truth. But read between the lines. So he says he has meningitis. And I'm like, "Bro, you ain't got meningitis." But okay, we'll remember that. You my baby. I love you. I'm going to ride with you regardless. Whatever you got going on, I got. I'm thinking cancer. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like maybe he got cancer because like his hair started changing colors and he was like real sick looking. Like he looked bad. Like, and if y'all know who I'm talking about, he's a very beautiful black man. Very, very. he could have been a transsexual and he could have been a girl. Like, that's how fine and pretty he was. Okay, I think that's really what. That ain't my story to tell. Anyways, so yeah, so he tells me he was in a coma. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna pull up on you. What's going on? Let me see. I gotta see you." Da 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 da. Cause mind you, in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking about what that lady told me. And not only did she tell me that, two other prophets who are very anointed told me the same thing. And but I'm not gonna get into the. You know what? I'm gonna leave out my church situations out of this because I'm about to end this. This is 2 hours long. Okay. Um. So yeah, he dies. Um. Unfortunately, and yeah, he died. From his disease, what he was going through. It's still hard. Whew. I did good, y'all. I ain't crying in a minute. I'm sorry. I did good. I tried not to be a crybaby. I tried to be as tough as nails. You understand? But he died. And he never told me what he was really wrong with him. I found out later on. But he died. And I'm sorry. I'm doing good. I'm doing so good. Trying to, be comedic and everything. But it's hard. It's hard knowing that the person that loved you outside of your family is gone. And that boy, all the friends that I've had, they ain't never really cared about me, but he did. He's mean as hell, crazy as hell. But I knew why. Because his story is just like mine. Just like mine. Family, that's not my business to tell. It's not my business to tell, but he died. And the day after he died, hold on. Hold on. I ain't gonna know that music. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. I forgot to tell y'all a lot of information now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna make it through this. Some of the things that I forgot is really not important. Is basically I got kidnapped. Okay, let me maybe I can tell that so I can calm down. So when I was in my 20s, I moved to New York. I was 20. Yeah, I skipped that. So I was 21 to 23. I lived in New York, and I got kidnapped twice. By two different guys. One guy almost killed him, and then I made my escape route back to Georgia. That's how I ended up back here. And when I got back here, I got robbed at gunpoint. I've been shot at before when I was a teenager twice. Two different occasions. First occasion had nothing to do with me. The second one did have something to do with me because that same friend I'm talking about that passed away was bad, and all of his friends were bad. So we got shot at 2 times. And then I got a gun put in my head when I was 22. This right before I got my GED. I got a gun put in my head. Boy tried to kill me. And I beat him up, and he ain't got no teeth in his mouth. Just like my ex, they tried to jump on me, try to kill me. He has no teeth in his mouth either because I don't have any jewelry on right now. All I have is a necklace because I don't really wear rings no more. I said the only way I'm going to wear a ring, again, is when my husband buys it. When my husband buys me jewelry, I'm going to wear that. But right now, I don't wear that. My brother bought me this because this is what I wanted because I'm spoiled. But anyways. It's the only piece of jewelry I wanted. I don't care about jewelry. I don't care about looking good. Like I said, the only reason why I look like this is because I took pictures yesterday. And I was like, well, let me look so kind of cute if I tell y'all my truth. And yeah, but anyway, so I think I could talk about it now. He died. And the day after he died, I got filled with the Holy Spirit. I literally didn't. I knew. I used to see people speaking in tongues and stuff like that, but I really didn't understand it. But let me sit up. Yeah. The day after my best friend died, I got filled with the Holy Spirit, and here I am today telling you guys my story. Right now, and I'm about to, because I said 2 hours. I'm trying to make it 2 hours. My life has changed drastically. I no longer have sex. I'm currently celibate. I don't have any children. I'll be 33 again May 24th, 2021. And I don't have any kids. Never been married. I'm not dating anyone. I am a full-time college student. As I said before, I'm at my office, so I am a businesswoman. I have some businesses going on. Well, okay, let me tell you some of them, and then some other things I'm working on. I'm trying to get some business plans and all the good stuff. So when that takes off, I'll let y'all know. But right now, I am a author, a content creator, apparently. Um, I have a book online and it's called Words of Inspiration from a Different Perspective. You could pick it up on Amazon. I may actually drop the video in the link, in the description box. I'll put that in there. Also, let me think. Okay, so I'm in college right now. I have an associate's degree in psychology. I'm working on my bachelor's degree in psychology. I'm a full-time college student. I work here. I do CPR. I'm an author. I have my own t-shirt company. I sell lashes with my mom and hair oils with my mom. Like, we're a joint venture. We do this thing together. You know what I'm saying? Um, I I'm not sure if I can legally give therapist advice. Well, I know I can't prescribe you medicine, but I am a therapist and I talk to a lot of people, give a lot of great advice. I am a prayer warrior. They like to say I'm a prayer warrior. I'm an ancestor. I'm always praying, meditating, reading the Bible, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. I do not go to church all the time because I don't like going to church all the time. It's boring. I hate to say it, but I love the Lord. I love Him, but I don't even want to hear people talk. It's like, you see how long I've been talking? Just imagine doing that every day, like every week, seeing the same people over and over again. I was getting cabin fever going to church every day, so that's why I don't go. But I love the Lord and I read the Bible every day, pray every day, study every day, every day, every day. Like it's the relationship, my relationship with God has not changed. It has gotten better. I've grown to appreciate God in my life more. And so that's why, if you made it this far, this is why I came on here to tell you guys the raw truth about me. Because people do not know me. Do they care? I'm not sure. But I'm doing this video for the young lady who needs to hear that it's okay that you were raped. Well, it's not okay that you were raped or molested or anything, but it is okay to dust yourself off and keep going, because you can't do anything about the past. The only thing you can do is focus on the future and make better decisions. So that's what I'm here for, really. That's my main goal in life, is to teach people, especially young people, that everything you do has a consequence to it, whether it's good or bad. And it is okay to say, they raped me, they touched me, they hurt me, they used me. I'm giving God showed me my vision. My mission in life is to give the voice to the voiceless, hope to the hopeless, and love to the loveless, the loved less people. And that's what I've been doing all my life. Even the very people that I was saying that molested me and raped me as a child, I still love them. I still care about them. My siblings, my brother, not gonna say both of them, but my brother was very abusive towards me as a child. Both of them were really abusive, but my older brother definitely was an ass. And he's still an ass, but it's all right. He got a good heart. He's getting better. I don't know if it's because he's old, but he's getting better. He's 44. He'll be 44 this year. But anyway, um, I've been able to. I really want to say this before I go, you guys. I have truly been able to be free and tell my story, tell my truth, express myself when I'm happy, sad, or mad. I'm able to express myself without trying to kill someone, because it took courage to even live in my truth and stop being in denial about what I had become. You understand? If you watch my video right now, hear me good. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt all you want. But you didn't watch no 2-hour video for nothing. So hear me. You're watching me right now because God wants you to step up to the plate and get to work. I'm literally here just to be a minister to another minister. That's it. whatever I want to do in life, God gonna bless it. But really, my true mission is to be a minister to a minister, and vice versa. Somebody minister to me, but I really don't be needing all that. I'm pretty self aware, pretty intelligent. I don't know if y'all can tell because I'm ghetto, but yeah, pretty smart and very self aware, and I'm grateful. Um, I'm very confident because for a long time I didn't have any confidence. I hated myself so much that I allowed people to use and abuse me. For real. But listen, let me say this. It's your job right now to take the first step into the rest of your life. I don't care where you are right now. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if it's 2021 and you seen this video in 2025. Hear me. It excuse me. It is time. I'm sorry. That's so disgusting. Sorry. It is time for you to pick up your cross and walk and trust God. I did it. I did it. And honestly, I felt like I missed a lot of information, but those are some of the things that I can remember. That was really the things I shared with y'all this morning. Whenever you're watching this, it was very. It stung me more. The things that I told y'all hurt me the most. You understand? But yeah, there's that. But anyways, I love you guys, and I just really hope that my video hits who it needs to hit, and you are saved, you are set free and delivered because I am. And if you're from Valdosta and you know me and you heard of me, you see God. God, yeah, He did it to me. One of the baddest chicks out here. Ruthless, crazy, don't care. Sleep with daddies, cousins, uncles. It don't matter. You got some money. What's up? He changed my life. I know He could do it for you. And guess what? I still got my identity. That's the thing. People, when they think when they get saved, it's supposed to be all this, ooh, this dramatic change. No, God still wants you to have that goofy, loud, crazy self. Be yourself. Whatever God wants to change, He'll tell you. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is a long video. I don't know where. I'm going to post it on YouTube. So if you see it on Facebook, you're lucky because it's going to be a clip. I'm just showing y'all a clip so y'all can come on to the YouTube. Y'all gonna come on to my YouTube. Oh, and after today, I'm no longer doing recorded videos. I'm going strictly live from StreamYard. Anyways, you guys be blessed. I love you so much, and I thank you all for tuning in. And I do apologize if I triggered you all, if my emotions, because I'm a crybaby. I apologize if my emotions got the best of you. But baby, I had to get that out because somebody need to be saved today. I love you guys, and I thank you for tuning in.